Subscribers, you're probably wondering, who's that? Who is this? Who's talking to me right now? Surprise! It's me! The little guitar playing person on this channel. I'm back. It's 2019 now, and surprise, I'm transgender. Some of you are probably like, what? But, yep, that's me. Sorry for my hiatus. Basically, I was in college and I was coming to terms with my gender identity, and unbeknownst to all of us, that's a very existentially difficult situation. So I needed time to just exist and try to sort my stuff out, and maintaining a YouTube channel during that time was not in the cards. So I apologize for leaving everyone hanging and just disappearing from the internet, but here I am, I'm back, and I'm ready with music to share, and I have big plans for 2019. So, a little bit about what's been going on. So, 2014, I made the decision to transition, and in doing so, I saw a therapist and a doctor, both specialists in transgender healthcare. And so in 2014, May 9th, 2014 to be exact, I started taking testosterone, and here I am all these years later. It was great for my mental health, and I feel so much more grounded in my body, like I'm connected to myself and that I'm not just dissociated from my own existence. It's a very difficult experience to try to convey in words, but that's where music comes in, right? Yeah, so transitioning, I also had chest surgery, so top surgery as we call that. Yeah, so I'm basically like just living my life now. I'm not in the awkward stages of like when you first, it's like going through puberty again, essentially, but now you're going through puberty while you're changing your gender as an adult human being in the world, this very gendered world. So it was a very difficult time. That was also part of why I didn't want to be on YouTube, was because at that time there was still not as much public visibility of trans people, and I felt, based on some of the other comments I had gotten on my other videos, that I'd be opening up a can of worms by posting actively while going through something like that. So I hope you understand why I left. I'm sorry. I want to make music videos again, and still just as stoked as ever about The Cure and all those bands. So, yeah, thanks for sticking with me if you're still here and actually watching this. I don't know how many of my subscribers are still active on YouTube or not, but anyway, long story short, also during that time, I went to college, studied music industry, got a minor in music recording. Now I work professionally as a theatrical sound designer. So basically that means that I go in to a theatrical production, usually plays. We call them straight plays. So there's musicals, and then you have straight plays. So I do straight plays, which is more drama, kind of, like a film, but instead of a film, it's on stage. So I write soundtrack music for shows, create sound effects. A lot of times I also end up installing the sound system, configuring it the way that I want it, doing all sorts of fun stuff with surround sound and whatever. So, yeah, it's been a really fun job, and never expected to be doing that kind of work. I didn't have a theater background, but last year of college I fell into it and been doing it ever since. So that's why I do freelance, and then I have 2 part-time jobs, basically just doing audio work in various capacities. I work at a radio news station doing audio editing for news pieces, which is not the most creatively satisfying work, and especially in this day and age, it's pretty difficult being surrounded by negativity all day long. But it's, it pays the bills for right now, and It's just really good motivation for me to go all out with music stuff, because this is really what I want to be doing. You know, I spent all these years working and helping people with their vision in audio in various capacities, and now it's time for me to do that with my own work. I've got like hundreds of songs that are various levels of being finished, and I want to share that with you all in the world. So here we are. So also during this time, I've worked with some really awesome queer artists, and Jimily and Sir Baby Girl are the two main people that I've been working with in collaborative capacities. Most recently, I mastered Angie's new record, Maker Mixtape, and that's available online. I can link to it. And then I also recorded, mixed, and contributed additional production to Sir Baby Girl's upcoming record, Crush on Me. 3 of those singles are out now. So yeah, check it out if you're interested. I also can post my theatrical sound design portfolio. I have a ton of music that I've composed for different shows in a bunch of different styles. It's definitely more soundtracky. It's a little less post-punk, new wave, goth, but I try to channel that in there when I can. It's my evil plan with every production is, can we goth it up a little bit? But yeah, so I'll post that. Also, I have a Patreon now. I figure that's a good way for if people feel like they want to financially support my work, that there should be a way to do that. So if you wanted to financially support my efforts to finish an album and start playing shows and make music videos and stuff, you can totally do that. And you're not just giving me money, you get something in return. So I have a couple different reward tiers with stuff. I'll link to the Patreon in my description, and maybe I'll put a link over here somewhere. I don't know if you can do that anymore on YouTube. It's been a while. Yeah, so maybe there's a link over here to Patreon. There's a video there where I explain the whole thing, and you can read my plea for help. It's a little more urgent now because my computer totally died over the weekend. It is done for. I've had the logic board replaced on it 3 times, or 2 times, and then I replaced the hard drive and the RAM, and now the logic board died again, graphics card shot, brought it to the Mac store, brought it to 2 different independent fix-it places, and nobody will fix it. It's too old. It's considered vintage, being from 2011, which seems absurd to call it vintage, but what can you do? So anyway, I'm without a computer now, which is very terrible and very terrifying because I rely on my computer for freelance work. So yeah, always back up your stuff, which I did, so I'm glad about that, but just saying, it could happen to you. Yeah, so basically I don't have it in the budget to buy a new computer out of the blue. I don't know who does, but yeah, it would be really, really, really great right now. If you're thinking about supporting me on Patreon, maybe check out my portfolio, see if there's stuff you like, if you think maybe someday I'll write an album that you'll really like. If this channel and my taste in music has anything to say about what my music sounds like, then maybe you'd be interested. Yeah, I'm really like, oh crap, I need help right now. So, yeah, sorry this video is just such a mishmash of like, I'm back, I'm a dude now, I need money. It's like, anyway, but yeah, I hope you've all been doing well these past, what, 4 or 5 years? 2019, here we are, we're doing it. So, yeah, catch you guys later.